10, 9, 8, 7, power, 6, 5, power, 4, power, 3, 2, one more. Good, under here. Hold under the bed. God.
Right. This is scary. Gervonta Tank Davis is working on his versatility. We already know he has that ultimate equalizer, that special God-gifted one-punch knockout power. But he also can box. Gervonta Tank Davis, he's very durable, has a chin, never seen him visibly hurt. Gervonta Tank Davis also has great footwork.
Gervonta Tank Davis has shocked the boxing world with electrifying new training footage ahead of his upcoming rematch with Lamont Roach Jr. The video had convinced many boxing professionals to back Davis as a clear favorite going into the fight. Legendary HBO boxing commentator Jim Lampley is among those impressed, predicting Davis will secure his 31st career win and 29th knockout. The highly anticipated rematch for the WBA lightweight title is set for August, and excitement is building rapidly.
And if he doesn't win it, then it's exactly what I thought it was, which is another event in the ongoing, very successful career of a unique fighter. And I think that Tank Davis is a unique fighter because of his...
Lamont Roach Jr. has remained optimistic ahead of his rematch with Gervonta Tank Davis, emphasizing his familiarity with Davis from their amateur days and his understanding of the champion's precise, powerful style. Roach has expressed strong motivation to begin building his own legacy and sees a potential upset as a path to both glory and financial success. While boxing legend Jim Lampley acknowledged Roach's solid effort in their first bout, he maintained that Roach didn't clearly win. Instead, Lampley believes Roach exceeded expectations rather than outclassing Tank, who remains a favorite heading into their highly anticipated rematch.
And if he doesn't win it, then it's exactly what I thought it was, which is another event in the ongoing, very successful career of a unique fighter. And I think that Tank Davis is a unique fighter because of his precision, the style in which he fights, and the level of power that he's able to apply, particularly with the left hand.
Gotcha. So last weekend...
What Lamont Roach Jr. has yet to do is offer a convincing strategy for solving the puzzle that is Gervonta Tank Davis, a fighter known for a string of brutal knockouts that have made him one of boxing's fastest rising stars. Jim Lampley remains impressed by Davis, even after their last encounter, and not just because of his devastating punching power. The 30-year-old from Baltimore continues to showcase a blend of skill and ferocity that sets him apart.
By what I saw, that I compared him openly in the chat and here on Media Row to a young Roberto Duran. Wow. My good friend Dan Rayfield pointed out to me, quote, he's 29 years old, he hasn't...
Even without his devastating punching power, Gervonta Tank Davis would still rank among the elite lightweights, thanks to his crafty southpaw stance, sharp footwork, and unmistakable killer instinct, says Jim Lampley. However, it's his raw power that truly separates him from the rest. Davis doesn't just defeat opponents. He destroys them in dramatic, often terrifying fashion. Like a seasoned predator, he patiently stalks his targets with counterpunchers poised before erupting with explosive violence to deliver sudden, highlight reel knockouts. His finishes are not just effective, they're cinematic, reminiscent of a young Mike Tyson in his early years. Davis has surpassed the developmental stage, yet continues to dismantle stunned opponents with alarming ease.
There's no way in the world you should be comparing him to Duran. But I was thinking of the spectacular punching power for a 135-pound fighter, the comfortable will to violence, the ability to apply the violence the way he did, and it was an impressive show. I agree.
Roach, a 29-year-old from Washington, D.C. and current WBA junior lightweight champion, has won 6 straight fights since losing a title bout to Jamal Herring by unanimous decision in 2019. While that defeat was a setback, Roach insists he's grown as a fighter and showed improvement in his first fight with Gervonta Davis. Still, Jim Lampley believed the outcome of their August rematch remains clear in Davis's favor.
Kind of opposition at this point in his career that Duran had fought at age 29, so I was a little bit overboard.
You know, we acknowledged his talent beforehand about the combination of speed and power, but I asked you,
Roach has a solid background and is a highly skilled boxer, Lampley acknowledged. But when I asked the most experienced boxing writer I know what chance he gave Roach in this fight, he said the answer was the same chance a caterpillar has crawling in front of a steamroller. That was Lampley's view before their first fight. Now, he believes that initial bout has only fueled Tank Davis, making him even more dangerous in the rematch.
Right. This is scary. Gervonta Tank Davis is working on his versatility. We already know he has that ultimate equalizer, that special God-gifted one-punch knockout power. But he also can box. Gervonta Tank Davis, he's very durable, has a chin, never seen him visibly hurt. Gervonta Tank Davis also has great footwork.
Davis is expected to win by middle round TKO, setting the stage for potential high-profile matchups with Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis, both seen as more formidable challengers than Lamont Roach. Even longtime rival Claressa Shields couldn't ignore how impressive Tank's recent training footage was. I think Lamont Roach did a great job in that first fight. Shields said if he had been a bit more aggressive, he could have won by unanimous decision, but he kept letting up. She believes the rematch will be different. Now that he knows he can take Tank's punch, I think Lamont will be even better this time. He's going to absorb those shots, fire back, and stay aggressive. He'll step on the gas in this fight.
I think he would be better, and even a better fighter if he went and did therapy like ASAP. Because I can just tell like he's a little sad, he's a little depressed, even before this fight, you know. So I think it'd be a better fight. I think that Lamont has the mental edge. I think anybody right now would have the mental edge over Tank because, to me, he just needs to take some serious time to, like, you know, deal with whatever he's having to deal.
Despite favoring Roach, she acknowledged Tank's power and skill, offering a surprisingly balanced and respectful prediction.
Gears real quick to Tank and Lamont Roach. Is that the right opponent for Tank?
I don't know why everybody is kind of sleeping on Lamont, but he has a decorated amateur career too. He's a very sturdy kid. He's very skilled. You know, Tank is Tank. You know, and when I say Tank is Tank, I mean like he's a bad man. He can fight. He's tough. I know we had our dispute back and forth, whatever. But at the end of the day, if we talk about just boxing.
Hey, absolutely.
I don't know why everyone is sleeping on Lamont, Claressa Shields said. He has a decorated amateur background. He's tough, skilled, and a very sturdy fighter. While acknowledging Roach's strengths, she didn't downplay Gervonta Davis either. Tank is Tank, and when I say that, I mean he's a bad man. He can fight, he's tough and dangerous. Despite their well-known feud, Shields gave Davis his due. I know we had our dispute back and forth or whatever, but if we're just talking boxing, he's a great fighter. I'm genuinely looking forward to that fight. When asked whether the fight was worthy of pay-per-view status and if she planned to watch, Shields responded confidently. I've always bought every one of Tank's pay-per-view fights, and I think Lamont Roach is definitely worth watching. This fight is going to be very technical, very skillful, and of course, we'll see Tank's power on full display. Let the best man win. Her comments offered a rare, balanced perspective, respecting both fighters while acknowledging the excitement surrounding their upcoming rematch.
Look forward to watching that fight.
Is this a pay-per-view fight though? Would you buy it? Are you gonna buy it?
I've bought any fight that Tank has had pay-per-view. And I think that Lamont Roach is worth watching. I think that this fight is going to be very technical, very, very, very skillful. And as always, we're going to see the power of Tank on display.
Absolutely. And Lamont Roach, do you have a relationship with him?
I know him from the amateurs too.
Okay.
He cool.
The footage showcased Gervonta Davis displaying incredible speed never seen before. In boxing, it's often the punch you don't see that hurts the most. One surprising reaction came from Terrence Crawford, who, despite offering some praise, seemed to hold back from giving Davis full credit. Though Crawford didn't directly name him, it was clear from his message on X that he was referring to Davis. hinting at a subtle rivalry between the two fighters.
You know, if you can punch, you can punch.
Okay.
You know, it may not have the same effect that it did on a smaller guy, on a bigger guy, but if you sharp, you sharp.
I hope Lamont Roach is ready, because Gervonta Davis has been putting in some insane work. No exaggeration. The training footage shows Davis hitting the punching bag with incredible speed while his trainer held the pads, matching his rapid punches. He also shadowboxed for several minutes before moving on to mitt work. The highlight of the footage was Davis's unbelievable speed, combined with his fierce, undefeated power, ingredients for a devastating knockout. This preparation signals that Tank will be even more explosive in the rematch against Lamont Roach, ready to land those damaging punches Roach won't see coming. Inside Davis's camp, there's a strong belief that Roach was able to absorb most of Tank's shots in the first fight only because he anticipated them. Without that, Roach would have been knocked out like the other 28 opponents who faced Davis's devastating power. The training video was nothing short of mind-blowing, racking up thousands of likes and comments online. The reaction section was filled with praise and excitement from boxing fighters, world champions, and legends alike, all impressed by what they saw from Davis ahead of the rematch. After intense body exercises, the world champion moved to the mitts and punching bag to test his power. He then sparred briefly with an unknown partner before taking a short break. In a post on X, Davis was seen working the heavy bag for a full hour without breaks, showcasing his incredible resilience and skill. These grueling training sessions are exactly what build champions, highlighting the dedication behind Davis's rise to the top. Gervonta Davis's championship status is undeniable, and he deserves praise for his impressive display of power, athleticism, and resilience.
It's just my pride. Some people be made for it, some people don't. He's not gonna win. You better be ready.
The video showed Tank Davis doing body exercises, stretches, and push-ups. Recently, he faced criticism for not taking training seriously, especially after announcing his retirement. But with that behind him, Gervonta Tank Davis has no room for carelessness as he prepares to return to the ring. This time, he faces a fighter who handed him the first blemish on his record, making this rematch crucial for his legacy.
That lawnmower, that's that. Start that.
I made the decision.
After completing his body exercises, the world champion moved the mitts and punching bag to test his punching power. He then sparred briefly with an unknown partner before taking a short break. In a post on X, Davis was seen working the heavy bag nonstop for a full hour, showcasing his remarkable resilience and skill. It's these intense and challenging training sessions that shape champions and highlight the dedication behind his success. Gervonta Davis's championship status is undeniable, but he also deserves praise for his impressive power, athleticism, and resilience. He's poised to make Lamont Roach his next punching bag. While Roach has shown some confidence, he'll need to back it up inside the ring to have any chance against Davis, the most feared fighter in the lightweight division. The American recently showcased his current form, looking close to his ideal fighting weight. He even posed for a photo flaunting his sensational physique, showing no signs of slowing down or giving up on the sport anytime soon.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Take deep breath when you walk. Take deep breath. Right.
Fans have noticed Davis's motivated shape, sparking speculation that he may reverse his retirement decision. One fan commented, You guys think he's going to retire? He's clearly very motivated. Another wrote, I thought he wasn't in good condition or disciplined, always gaining weight between fights. But this guy is serious. One more added, he looks incredible. Roach is in trouble. There's no way he's retiring after that. Another fan insisted he must fight Lomachenko and Keyshawn Davis. He can't retire looking this good. The strong reaction suggests fans believe Davis's career is far from over. One fan was less optimistic, saying, getting in shape to knock out someone who never stood a chance against him in a million years. It remains to be seen who he could fight after Roach if he wins again. Roach, speaking about the fight, said, I worked my head off. If he's on his way out, why not kick his bum out? I like proving people wrong, and I definitely like proving myself right. He added, right now, they really got me messed up, so I have on my agenda to upset a lot of people. Overall, Roach believes this will be the fight of the year and the start of his legacy run. Afterward, he plans to challenge another champion at 130 or 135 pounds, saying, I want to prove that I'm the best.
That lawnmower, that's it. Start that.
I made the decision of training DC because, you know, I haven't been in the coldness in a minute. I haven't even trained in the coldness in a minute, so.
According to Boxing News 24, Gervonta Davis is enjoying his training camp and is ready to face the tough challenge of Lamont Roach. Promoter Leonard Ellaby, in a chat with Plaus for the Laboratory, mentioned he understands Davis is preparing for Starter's road.
It's like people selling that stuff. Like, you know, even the picture where everybody was in the room. That shit look like some devil shit. Facts though. Some coke, right? Yeah. That shit like some devil shit. Like they sold that soul.
Yeah, you go with that.
That was crazy. And you seen how the guy looked at the scorecard. Yeah.
Leonard Ellaby shared his perspective on Gervonta Davis's retirement announcement, saying, I can understand what's going on. Things change completely when you have kids. He sees life differently than he did 6 or 7 years ago. If he says he's retiring, then we've all heard it. Ellaby added, life is so much more than just what you do for a living. You respect the fans who pay to see you fight, but you also have a life outside boxing. Fans want you to keep going, but often don't care about your health afterward. He described boxing as a brutal sport where many fighters in the past were taken advantage of and suffered serious health issues, highlighting the harsh realities athletes face in the ring.
Do you want your legacy to be? If you care. Because some interviews I see you say like, yeah, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. Where you stand on that?
It's just like, it's so up and down in the sport. When I say up and down in the sport, it's like a lot of people don't know, but there been 3 or 4 people in my weight class that been undisputed type of thing, and they held it for like only a couple months. I beat Ryan.
They have faced numerous health issues, many of them permanent. I understand the mindset of entering the sport to leave your mark and then stepping away. Everyone has different opinions and goals in life, Ellaby said. Interestingly, Gervonta Davis has barely taken any time off since his last victory. He quickly returned to training with the Olympic team and soon after was back in the gym working on individual sessions with his coaches. This shows his remarkable dedication despite the challenges boxing brings.